Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions, caught in the endless hustle of modern life? Do you find yourself wondering if there's a more meaningful, more fulfilling way to live? You're not alone. For centuries, people have sought wisdom on how to live a good life. And sometimes, the most profound answers aren't found in the latest self-help trends, but in the timeless wisdom of the ancients. Today, we're going to journey back in time to uncover 8 powerful ways of living, passed down through generations, for those who seek to live wisely. These aren't just abstract philosophies, they are practical guides that can transform how you see the world and your place in it. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore how ancient wisdom can light up our modern lives. First up, let's talk about the wisdom of living simply. In a world that constantly tells us we need more gadgets, more clothes, more everything, the ancients championed the opposite. They understood that true wealth isn't about possessions, but about freedom. Think of the philosopher Diogenes, who famously lived in a barrel. While we don't need to go to such extremes, the principle is powerful. Living simply means decluttering not just our homes, but our minds. It is about consciously choosing what we bring into our lives and letting go of what weighs us down. When you have fewer things to worry about, manage, and pay for, you create space. Space for what? For relationships, for hobbies, for peace of mind. It's about valuing experiences over objects and finding joy in the little things: a beautiful sunset, a good conversation, a quiet moment. This isn't about deprivation, it's about intentionality. By simplifying, you gain clarity and focus on what truly matters. The second way of living is to embrace the present moment. How often do we find our minds wandering? We're either replaying the past, worrying about something that already happened, or we're anxiously planning the future, trying to control what hasn't even occurred yet. The ancients, particularly in traditions like Stoicism and Buddhism, knew that the only reality we truly have is now. The past is a memory, and the future is an imagination. True life happens in the present moment. Practicing this means paying full attention to whatever you're doing. If you're eating, just eat. Taste the flavors. Feel the textures. If you're walking, feel the ground beneath your feet and the air on your skin. This practice, often called mindfulness, reduces stress and anxiety because it pulls you out of the chaotic stream of thoughts. It allows you to appreciate the richness of everyday life. Living in the now doesn't mean you don't plan for the future. It means you don't let worries about the future rob you of the joy of today. Next, we have the third principle: cultivate inner virtue. Many ancient philosophies, from Aristotle's ethics to Confucius's teachings, emphasized that a good life is built on a foundation of good character. They believed that external factors like wealth, fame, or status are fleeting and ultimately unsatisfying. What truly endures is who you are on the inside. This means actively working on qualities like honesty, courage, compassion, and justice. It's about asking yourself, am I being the best version of myself today? It's not about being perfect, but about making a conscious effort to act with integrity in all your dealings. When you focus on cultivating your character, your self-worth comes from within, not from the validation of others. You build a solid, unshakable core that can weather any storm. This inner strength becomes your most valuable asset, guiding your decisions and bringing a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment to your life. The fourth ancient way of living is to live in harmony with nature. Long before we had concrete jungles and digital screens, our ancestors lived in deep connection with the natural world. They understood its rhythms, respected its power, and saw themselves as part of it, not separate from it. This wisdom teaches us to seek balance by reconnecting with nature. Spending time outdoors, whether it's a walk in a park, a hike in the mountains, or simply sitting by a river, has a profound calming effect on our minds and bodies. It reminds us that we are part of something much larger than our individual worries. The changing seasons teach us about cycles of growth, decay, and rebirth. The resilience of a tree or the flow of a river can inspire us to be more adaptable and persistent. In a world that can feel artificial and disconnected, immersing ourselves in the natural world helps ground us, restore our energy, and gives us a sense of perspective and wonder. Our fifth principle is a crucial one. Accept what you cannot change. This is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, famously articulated by Epictetus. The idea is simple but incredibly powerful. In life, there are things within our control and things outside of our control. Our thoughts, our judgments, and our actions are within our control. Everything else, the weather, other people's opinions, traffic, and even our own health to a certain extent is not. The ancients taught that wisdom lies in focusing our energy exclusively on what we can control. Wasting time and emotional energy on things we can't change only leads to frustration, anger, and feelings of helplessness. By learning to accept reality as it is, we find peace. This isn't about being passive or giving up. It's about strategic living. You courageously act where you can make a difference and gracefully let go of the rest. This acceptance frees up immense mental resources, allowing you to face life's challenges with tranquility and resilience. The sixth way of living is to pursue lifelong learning. The ancients held knowledge and wisdom in the highest regard. Socrates famously said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." This wasn't a statement of ignorance, but one of profound intellectual humility. It reflects a mindset that is always open, curious, and eager to learn. A wise life is a life of continuous growth. This doesn't mean you have to enroll in formal classes your whole life. It means reading widely, asking questions, listening to others' perspectives, traveling, and learning new skills. It's about keeping your mind active and engaged with the world. When you embrace lifelong learning, you prevent mental stagnation. You become more adaptable, more interesting, and more capable of navigating the complexities of life. Every day becomes an opportunity to discover something new, to refine your understanding, and to become a more well-rounded and knowledgeable person. The world is a vast library, and the wise person never stops reading. Seventh on our list is the wisdom of nurturing meaningful relationships. Aristotle famously stated that man is by nature a social animal. The ancients understood that we are not meant to live in isolation. Our connections with others, our family, our friends, our community are essential for our happiness and well-being. But it's not about the number of friends you have on social media. It's about the quality of your bonds. Nurturing meaningful relationships means investing time and energy in people who support you, challenge you, and genuinely care for you. It involves practicing empathy, listening actively, and being there for others in their time of need. Strong social connections provide a safety net during tough times and amplify our joy during good times. They give us a sense of belonging and purpose. In a world where it's easy to feel isolated despite being constantly connected, consciously cultivating deep, authentic relationships is more important than ever. It is one of the most reliable paths to a rich and fulfilling life. Finally, our eighth way of living, to contemplate mortality. This might sound morbid, but for the ancients, it was a powerful tool for living a more vibrant and meaningful life. The Stoics practiced memento mori, which translates to remember, you must die. The goal wasn't to live in fear, but to use the awareness of our limited time as a motivator. When you remember that your days are numbered, you're less likely to waste them on trivial things. It forces you to ask the big questions. What is truly important to me? What impact do I want to have? Am I living in alignment with my values? This practice helps you prioritize what matters and let go of petty grievances and procrastination. It encourages you to live more fully, to love more deeply, and to take risks for the things you believe in. Far from being depressing, contemplating mortality is a call to action. It's a reminder to appreciate every moment and to live each day with intention, purpose, and gratitude. So, there you have it, 8 timeless ways of living passed down from the wisest minds of antiquity. Living simply, embracing the present, cultivating virtue, harmonizing with nature, accepting what you can't change, pursuing lifelong learning, nurturing relationships, and contemplating mortality. You don't have to master all of them at once. Try picking one that resonates with you and start incorporating it into your daily life. You might be amazed at the profound shift it can create. Ancient wisdom has survived for centuries for a reason, because it works. It offers a roadmap back to ourselves, to a life of greater peace, purpose, and joy. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. I hope you found these ideas as inspiring as I do. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on finding wisdom in our modern world. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these principles do you want to try? Until next time, live wisely.